Alright, you primitive screwheads, listen up. Time for another B-Movie Bunker. And this is my truth stick. Because I watched My Name is Bruce. And truthfully, I was disappointed. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting a lot going into it. This is, a straight-to-video type of thing. It's Bruce Campbell, the king of B-movies. But when it comes to this type of stuff, I mean, I'm not your drooling fanboy who will simply, bend over and let Bruce, whip out his chin and just have his way with me. I need something out of it aside from just him and his typical ashiness. I mean, the role that this was Bruce Campbell was Ash from the Evil Dead series. And it's I don't know, it seems like the more I see him do like a lot of the schlocky stuff, it seems like that was kind of the Evil Dead's. That was kind of like lightning in a bottle, and he's not going to capture that again in the exact same way. I mean, it's like he peaked there with that type. It may also be that I'm just kind of spoiled now because I'm so used to seeing him now in such a serious role doing Burn Notice, where his character is much different. It's not the total self-deprecating, I'm going to take a beating and a beating and a beating and a beating, and then I'm going to have demons chasing me. It's completely different, and I might be spoiled because he's in something that's not, that B grade level. Part of the other problem is so the concept of the movie. This is what we'll do is Bruce Campbell is playing basically himself, and there's this town called Gold Lake where they unleash this ancient Chinese demon Guandi, and this teenager who's like this obsessed fan of Bruce Campbell's tracks him down to help him fight the demon. Bruce, of course, at first thinks this is like, an acting gig, and then realizes it's a demon, and blah, blah, blah. Part of the problem I have is the way Bruce Campbell's portrayed in the movie is, he is, for lack of a better term, he's an ass. I mean, an absolute and complete ass. And I guess it was hard for me to buy him, sort of playing himself. I mean, it wasn't technically him, but in a way it was. He was playing Bruce Campbell, and there's references that to the actual career of Bruce Campbell. But I've met Bruce Campbell a couple of times. Not like not that we're best friends, but I've shook his hand several times. I've talked to him. I've watched the way he interacts with his fans, and it's so not what he is. And while there are some people that can pull off that, that kind of different from how they really are, I couldn't buy it from Bruce. I mean, you've got someone like a Will Wheaton who can pull off that great evil Will Wheaton, like what he does, like in Big Bang Theory, or the character he plays in The Guild. He can pull that off, even though in real life Will Wheaton is not a dick. I mean, that's one of his mottos is don't be a dick. So believing Bruce this way was hard, and just overall, it was just, I don't know, it seemed rushed, it seemed just kind of thrown together. It's I don't know, it's supposed to be like an homage to his fans, by him, and I think it just falls short. It's not like it was completely awful. I mean, most people would think it was, but, I mean, judging it from what the intent was, it was just kind of, So, I mean, it's, This may just be me, and I mean, normally I don't get easily offended by this stuff, but the roles played by Ted Raimi, where he has several different, I guess, ethnic roles that are just, I don't know, it borders on, I think, on, this is me being not me generally, because normally I don't pick up on this stuff very easily, but it's almost like it's offensive, and I could see if I was of Chinese descent, I could see the role he plays as being offensive. But just, I don't know, if you're like a hardcore, yes, Bruce, you can rate me with your chin type of fan, alright, then you'll probably love this, as many of the people online seem to. But generally, on a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, this is like, it's like a garage band. I mean, it's got its small group of loyal followers, but most people don't really care. They've never seen them. They probably never will. And if they did, they'd be like, whatever. So, I don't know. If you're hardcore fans, see it. Otherwise, just stay away from it. And I mean, so the other thing I have to say is, anyone thinking to make a movie like this, if you're thinking of making some kind of, this is like an homage or some kind of B-movie type of thing like that, just remember, good, bad, we're the ones with the disposable income. So if you want to sell your thing, make something worth buying, because this one really wasn't. So that's all for this episode. Tune in next time. I think we're going to be doing probably one that I actually enjoyed quite a bit. It's this type of over-the-top type of gore and whatnot done, I think, really, really well. So tune in next time for Hobo with a Shotgun with the incredible Rutger Hauer. Until then, stuff, safe, outside, bad, don't, good. Later.